Good afternoon. Welcome to Ham Radio 2.0, live from the Ham Shack. My name is Jason, and I am KC5HWB. Today, we will be looking at HamCom 2016. HamCom is the ARRL West Gulf Division Convention that happens once a year in North Texas. For a number of years, when I first became a ham, they were doing it down in Arlington, and it grew, and then they did it in Plano at the Plano Center for several years after that. And the Plano Center was a nice facility, but it was way out there for us folks out here in Tarrant County, Fort Worth, Grapevine, Mid-Cities area. People down in Johnson County, out in Parker County, Wise County, it was quite a haul for them out there. So they put it in Irving 2 years ago. This was the second year that it was in Irving, last year being 2015 being the first year. And some people around the Plano, McKinney, Sherman-Denison area complained, but all the people in Tarrant County were like, yeah, finally it's actually in between Dallas and Fort Worth, which is where Irving is. So anyway, it was a fairly decent show last year. They had some growing pains. There was no outdoor tailgating, which was a big event at HamCom in years past. They eliminated that last year, and a lot of people complained. So they had a small outdoor tailgating area this year, and I think the area itself was plenty big, but there just wasn't many people out there. There was threat of storms all weekend, and Friday was good, but Saturday it rained really hard for like 20 minutes Saturday morning sometime, so those guys got rained on. Other than that, I think the weather was pretty decent most of the time. But there was not a lot of people. Weren't a lot of people out there doing tailgating. I didn't get a chance to walk over there. You'll see some shots here in a minute. I got a quick video clip from across the street, and there was, I don't know, half a dozen or so cars out there. So it was pretty small as far as big Hamfest shows standards are. Much smaller than Dayton. But a whole lot smaller than HamCom was 2 years ago when they had it in Plano also. So perhaps they'll be able to continue to improve on that in years to come, and we'll see more activity around that. But HamCom's a good show. All the big vendors show up. ICOM and Kenwood and Yazoo always have presence there. You got some of the bigger names like Main Trading Company, HRO, West Mountain Radio's there, Quicksilver Radio's there, a couple of Elecraft had a display there this year. That was really cool to see. I saw most of those guys' stuff out at Dayton, but it was good to see them again at HamCom. Buddy Pole was there. Those guys had a pretty good display out there. They come most years, so it was good to see all the activity out there. So we'll see that here in a second. I didn't record a very long video. I did. You'll see a time lapse here in a second. In fact, let me show you this time lapse now. This time lapse is of me setting up Thursday evening right when I get there and got my booth. So check this time lapse out. Okay, so that was the sped up time lapse. I think that whole thing was like 8 or 10 minutes, something like that, and I sped it up by like 450%. I think is what it was. So, and that little clip down there at the bottom right corner, that was just me filming all the badges, all the pre-sold tickets. They have a little yellow name badge with their name and call sign on it. It says HamCom 2016. I've still got mine from last year, 2015, exact same badge, little yellow about 4x3 badge, something like that. So when you pre-order tickets, they print that up for you, and that was all the bunch of them sitting on the table there first thing Friday morning. But this next part of the video is just me walking around and filming all the tables on Thursday evening after I got my stuff set up. Before most people had set up, covered the stuff in sheets, and left, because the official event didn't start until Friday morning at 8. And I didn't get much, if any, footage on Friday and Saturday, and most of the reason for that is that, well, number one, I was working my table, and number two, I filmed 5 different forums this year, which is... I've filmed forums in the past and shared them on Ham Radio 2.0 a little bit kind of here and there, but I've never concentrated on them the way I have at this show. So I filmed 5 different forums, including my own, my presentation on DMR. Now, since I got a new camera, which I'm using right now, something fouled up with my camera on my forum. I was doing the DMR talk, and I had the camera looking at me, and it said it was recording the whole time, but it cut off like the last 10 minutes. And I don't know why that is. All 4 of the other forums are fine. I got those 100%. And I'll be posting those just in the next few days. You'll see episode... This is going to be episode 43, HamCom 2016. And you're going to see episodes 44, 45, 46, and 47 go up here within the next few days, all kind of one right after the other. So I'm excited to get those on the air. But I went ahead and decided not to post my DMR presentation because it cut off the last 10 minutes. And also, the nice folks out at Metrocrest Amateur Radio Society, Mars Club, out in Carrollton, they have asked me to come out to their monthly meeting in July and present that same DMR presentation. So, I will be going to that presentation about middle of July, or I'll be going to that meeting about middle of July, and I will be giving the exact same presentation I gave at HamCom, and I'm going to video record successfully the whole thing, and be putting that up after that. So I'm going to still put my DMR presentation up. It's called Update to DMR by KC5HWB, and I'll be putting that on this Ham Radio 2.0 series probably it'll be after Field Day. It'll be a few episodes from now. I don't know when it'll be yet. Probably somewhere in the late 40s, early 50s episode number. So looking forward to that. I enjoyed giving that talk, and it turned out I had a full room, standing room only in the back. Pretty much all the seats were taken, and a lot of people interested in DMR, and some good questions came out of that too. So I was happy to see that not only DMR had a presence in the HamCom forum presentations last year, or this year. It didn't have it last year. I think I mentioned 2 or 3 episodes ago. I attended HamCom last year, and they had a forum for D-Star and a forum for Fusion, and nothing for DMR. And I'm like, that's weird. So all that really means is that no one stepped up to volunteer to give it, is what it means. Because HamCom doesn't go out and say, hey, will you do this, will you do this? It just takes volunteer applications to say, what do you want to present on? So no one stepped up to present on DMR last year. And I stepped up to present this year, and I went over the schedule those 2 days, and no one else was doing anything on DMR at all. So I'm glad that I did it. I think it was well received. There's a lot of DMR activity here in the North Texas area and in Texas overall, so it's very well worth the time to spend doing a DMR presentation. And I plan to do it next year. In fact, you're probably going to see me doing a lot more presentations and recording of forum presentations over the next few months, but I'll get to that. I'll tell you about that a little bit later. Working on some new updates to Ham Radio 2.0 and let those unfold over time. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at HamCom 2016. If you found me on YouTube, go visit my website, livefromthehamshack.tv. We're just going to go around here and look at all the tables and the venue. Thursday evening, and a small clip from Friday morning, right before I went inside, which you'll see the tailgating section in there as well. And then keep watching on the channel, and over the course of the next 2 or 3, 4 days, something like that, I'll have the forum presentations from HamCom for 630 meter band, the Arden mesh firmware presentation, getting started in digital amateur radio television. That was a neat presentation. And of course, the intro to Yaesu System Fusion and Wires X integration, put on by my friend down from Mansfield, Kevin Tweely, K5ORN. So he does a really good job. He's studied up quite a bit on the whole Yaesu System Fusion thing, Yaesu System Fusion system, and he's very well versed in that. So I'm looking forward to seeing that forum presentations also. 73 guys, thanks a lot for watching. Let's take a look at HamCom 2016. This is Friday morning, about 7:30 a.m., HamCom 2016. This is the Irving Convention Center. It's already hot outside, but there's a lot of people up here already. The doors didn't open until 8, but the tailgating started right across the street here. We'll get a shot of that here in a second. And vendor access was allowed about 6:30. I didn't get here at about 7. I loaded in a couple of last-minute items and wanted to get a shot of the front before the show started. So let's go in and take a look at HamCom 2016. It's a short, quick shot of the outside tailgating there, which they didn't have last year and everybody complained about. They made me pay for parking as a vendor over there, which is not a big deal in and of itself, but they said I had to pay again tomorrow, and HamCom had sent an email saying that they had full weekend parking, so I'm sure there's going to be some upset people about that. Okay, this is Thursday evening setup for HamCom 2016. This is my one table. There's my TN07 antenna, which goes all the way to the top. Right there. 32-foot telescoping flagpole antenna for 10 to 80 meters HF. It's not up all the way, by the way. I had it up all the way and it was kind of touching the ceiling, so I brought it down one section. Right here we have KB6NU, no nonsense study guides for amateur radio, technician, general, and extra class. I'll be the only ones at HamCom with those this year. Pretty sure I am, anyway. Some used Kenwoods there, dual band 2-meter 220. Connect Systems. Pretty sure I'll be the only one here with those this year. L&R Precision QRP rigs. That's all 4 models they carry, the 2 Mountain Topper CW units and the 5 band and the 11 band. I'll have those open tomorrow. The Snowmaster America, Snowmaster USA rather. That's a 12-volt refrigerator. Pulls about 3.5 amps on from 12 volts. Keeps stuff at about 37 degrees. Well, you can adjust it. 37 degrees is where the demo unit was sitting when I saw it last, and those battery boxes on top are also made by him. This is Loops and More Grasshopper HF dipole antenna with the aluminum base, sold separately because that's the way he makes them. And that thing goes up about 25 feet. I don't have it up yet. I gotta get I'll put it up tomorrow when I come back. Ed Fong antennas. Really good antennas there. And just a normal everyday 40-meter center-fed dipole, which is really, really hard to beat, honestly. I've got my Titera DMR radios here. Got some hardline for sale. Got my Motorola XPR 8300 DMR repeater on the air as we speak. I just made a QSO on it, so it's connected to the Wi-Fi here, ambient Wi-Fi here, and it's working well. Those t-shirts I showed you in the video, episode 38, part 2, the winner of the Connect System C800 radio. Congratulations once again to KK4KRK. You saw these t-shirts here. That's the t-shirt I've carried for a long time. That's the badass t-shirt, and that's the kids interested in ham radio, no money for alcohol or drugs t-shirt. So pretty much everybody's set up by now. Here's the guy at Batteries America. He's still setting up by himself. I have the privilege this weekend of being right next to BridgeCom, so we'll get to see his stuff tomorrow. I did a review video on his BCH 220 HT handheld radio. Whistler antennas. The mesh guys haven't set up yet. Expert linears. Wired communications. All these guys are set up and packed up for the night, ready for tomorrow morning. I'll walk around a little bit over here. Maestro, oh, Flex Radio. Of course, Flex Radio's here. Oh, there's Buddy Pole. I guess Chris hadn't got here yet. He's not set up yet. That's the Buddy Pole booth right there. Ellacraft. If I can get Ellacraft tomorrow, I'll try to interview them about their new KX2. Saw that at Dayton. You saw that at my Dayton video. Episode 40 a couple weeks ago. This will probably be episode 44 when it finally airs. And there's a Caps jacket shirt guy.
Why don't you tell her that we may want to ship something to her? And ask her if that would be okay.
VIS Learning Center. This, of course, is Main Trading Company. They got here about 9 a.m. this morning. Left out of here maybe, I don't know, an hour ago. Probably the biggest display in here. Radio waves. That's a Haas of a hex beam right there. I've got my hex beam that I'll set up. Well, I've got a display. I've got a hex beam display that I'll set up tomorrow for the NA4RR hex beam. And it looks like he's got a spider beam there. I don't know what that is. That's new. But he's got that hex beam there. He had that at Joplin last year. If you saw my video from Joplin in 2015, you probably saw that hex beam. This right here, this area over here is the indoor tailgating part. So a lot of people were upset that this was the only tailgating last year. They've fixed that this year. They've got some outdoor tailgating. I've not seen that yet at the time of this recording. But probably go and give that a look-see tomorrow. Probably first thing in the morning, honestly. West Mountain Radio, they make some cool stuff. These rig runners are pretty slick. I've got one of those in my truck that runs directly to the battery, and that's what I have all my radios plugged into.
See you up that way.
Got a pretty good showing here. Leaf filter gutter protection, in case you're wanting that at HamCom. This is WB0W's table. They're packed up and ready to go, or set up and ready to go, I should say, not packed up. They're set up and got everything ready to go in the morning. Diamond antennas there. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of these Skywarn shirts tomorrow. Like that kind of shirt. I can't seem to get enough t-shirts or ball caps, either one. Of course, the Yazoo's got their booth here. PowerWorks. Oh look, the PowerWorks DB750X is here. kind of slick. That's a neat radio. Part 90 compliant as well. The Quicksilver radio guys have something similar to these. Picked up a couple of those at Dayton. So, we'll take a flyer. HamCom. I don't think ICOM's got anything new. Well, I take that back. They've got the 7300 here, surely. It's probably underneath one of these tarps. I say it's not new. It is new. Because I saw it at Dayton a couple weeks ago. Ham radio outlet. I don't think that space is as big as it was last year. I think they've got, looks like they've got 3 booths this year. I think they had 4 or 5 last year. I could be wrong about that, I don't know. HamCom vendor booth locations. That. Oh, okay, HRO. Or no, that's just their sign. RF adapter guy, that's his table right there. This guy's a cool guy. If you need RF connectors, he's got them. I met him in Joplin last year. Really nice guy. He attends. He said he attended 61 ham fests in 2014. I was talking to him last year in 2015. That means he's got a crew that works for him, because that's more than one a weekend. So, ARRL, of course, has their table here. This guy I got to talk to tomorrow. FDM Duo, multi-use SDR transceiver. Never heard of that one. I don't remember seeing that at Dayton. They were probably there. There was a lot of new SDR stuff at Dayton. But, I have to talk to him tomorrow. Get the skinny on that. I might even try to get him on video. Lone Star DX Association. These guys, I'm going to connect up with these guys, I think. Turns out I know one of the board directors. One of my DMR guys. One of the DMR repeater owners. And Dallas-Fort Worth is on this is in this association, and I'm interested in drumming up another DXpedition coming up for Ham Radio 2.0. So that is Thursday setup at HamCom. This place will be swarming tomorrow and even more packed on Saturday. So we're looking forward to a good show here, guys. Okay, there we have it. HamCom 2016. That was, like I said, that was all the tables of the vendor booths. Most of them had set up and covered up and left for the evening. That was probably between like 5 and 7 p.m., something like that. I think I left out of there between 6:30 and 7 p.m. that evening. But it was a good show. I think the numbers were a little bit down from last year. It didn't seem as crowded. Friday seemed pretty good, but Friday's always smaller than Saturday, right? So Friday was like, yeah, it's not real crowded in here, but it's Friday. So I expected a really big crowd on Saturday, and I thought they were bigger numbers last year. I don't know what the count was. I don't know what the ticket sold count was this year or last year. I don't know. I didn't ask those guys, but anyway, it was a good show. Did pretty good at my table. It was the first year that I had a table. I'm undecided at this point whether I'll get a table next year or not. I want to, like I mentioned earlier, I want to focus more on getting forums and presentations on some of the bigger shows like that. So I haven't decided exactly what avenue I'm going to pursue with that in relation to Ham Radio 2.0 and Grapevine Amateur Radio and Big Ham Fests. I don't know yet. So something. I'm going to do something. I just haven't. I've got a couple ideas in my head, and I'm talking it over with some other people, and I'll let you know, because just keep watching. Keep watching for more and more episodes to come up. So thank you for watching. Like I said earlier, if you found me on YouTube, go hit up my website, livefromthehamshack.tv. You'll be able to see all the episodes I've done. There's a little donation tab over on the right-hand side for both Patreon and PayPal, if you are so inclined, if you got anything out of these videos at all. Sign up to donate to me, just $10 a year through PayPal. That'd be perfect. Getting a few more donations kind of here and there, and those help me support this Those help me support this video series with upgrading camera equipment, lighting equipment, sound equipment, and travel expenses is basically what that is. So 73 guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.